What is up, Suzuki family? We're back at Highway 83. A new video on flat towing your Suzuki Samurai, Suzuki Sidekick. This is the ever most debated question on all of the groups and forums. And we're going to tell you how to do it correctly, straight out of the factory service manual. And we're going to get into a little more detail of why. So, first and foremost, if you're flat towing, that means all four wheels on the ground behind an RV or another vehicle, no trailer, no nothing, just all four tires, you're pulling it. What you're gonna wanna do is turn the key to the accessory position so it is unlocked. Then you are going to unlock your front manual locking hubs, unlocked. If you have automatic locking hubs, you cannot do this procedure. So this is for manual hubs only. Then you are going to put your transfer case in neutral. That means you have a four-wheel drive vehicle, right? Because you got a transfer case. So if you have a two-wheel drive vehicle, you can't do this either. Now, for the last step, you're going to put your transmission in second gear. This throws everybody off of, what? Why is this not in neutral? What is going on here? So we're going to get into detail with that. Now, with that being said, my preferred recommended way to flat tow would be simply removing the rear drive shaft. You could remove the rear 4 bolts and tie up the drive shaft. You could pull all 8 bolts and pull the drive shaft. Very easy to do. But let's say you're an older person or you have disabilities and you cannot pull the drive shaft easily. It's very understandable. So you don't want to do that. And that's what this is all about. So again, I would drop the drive shaft. Hell, I would put it on a trailer. But not everybody wants to do that, so each guy has their own preference. So now the main question, especially if you have the two-wheel drive, you got to pull the drive shaft. End of story. So that's how you would flat tow a two-wheel drive. Now the second gear, that is what we're here to explain today. A cool guy on one of he's actually in the Highway 83 Facebook group, Elijah. He helps answer a lot of questions. Years ago, he made a cool little video. And I thought about it the other day and said, hey, that was an awesome video. We should also demonstrate with a torn down transmission so it gives you guys the visual of why you want to be in second gear. Now let's grab our high life. Let's have our wonderful camera woman follow us over to the table of this disassembled Suzuki Samurai transmission we have here. Now, let's say, so you got your transfer case in neutral, and let's say you have your transmission in neutral. Now, due to the forces of friction, this transmission can start to rotate. So let's say this is your rotating assembly here. This is your output shaft. This is your input shaft. Now, with it spinning like this, your engine is going to be stopped, obviously. So this part will not spin. So when you are in neutral, if this does happen to start spinning, you can see that these are still spinning here. Now, the way this is lubricated is this is the counter shaft on the bottom. Deep inside of here, there's a counter shaft. This counter shaft slings up the gear oil to lubricate everything on top. So when this is spinning, nothing is getting lubricated up top. So that is the main problem of no lubrication to the bearings. Now, back up for a second. I want to reiterate the last thing I forgot on the factory service manual of when you're flat towing, you have to stop every 200 miles and start the engine and rev the engine up. That's what they recommend. So be sure to do that as well. I didn't want to forget that and have anybody chime in of, man, that Highway 83 guy forgot something. So anyway, bring her back in. All right. So now in neutral, you're spinning these are not getting lubricated. Now, what you want is you put your car in second gear. When you're shifting, that's what happens. This collar slides over. Now you're engaged in second gear. Now, engine is stopping up here. Look at this. Now your transmission is locked up. It cannot spin, which means the bearings cannot be spinning. They cannot be starved of lubrication because there's no spinning. So that is why you lock it in. Again, this is back to neutral. These bearings are spinning. Your assembly is spinning. No lubrication is happening. You can dry up your bearings and seize up your transmission. It may not happen. You hear guys, hey, I told this, I told that. Well, it may not happen the first time, the 10th time. You may be doing short drives, but if you're going from New York to Cali, you got a lot of opportunity to starve your transmission of oil, and hey, why risk it? So again, I would pull the drive shaft, but if you don't, just follow the procedure that's given in your factory service manual. If you do not have a factory service manual, order one from the Highway 83 Suzuki website. We have a CD or the paperback book, or you can even look them up online and download the sections you want, and it will tell you the exact steps that I just told you here. And hopefully the visual demonstration makes all the naysayers of neutral transfer case and neutral transmission, that just makes sense. This will make it make sense to you of why the transmission should be in second gear to lock it up so there's no unlubricated parts happening. And it's simple as that. Tow on, baby. Grab a high life at your next stop when you're at your 200-mile mark. Give her a little rev up. You know, get everything flowing again. And you guys will be flat towing for a long time with no issues. So we appreciate you watching our videos. We got a couple more videos down here. Click on this, click on that. Click on the subscribe button. Highway 83. Ah, yeah. We'll see you on the next video, guys.